Hi, and I'm Marjorie, MJ Janvier, and I'm talking to you about the TV shows and movies that I like. I watch them over on Prime Video because I'm a Prime watcher. Yes, and you can be a Prime watcher too. All you've got to do is go over to Amazon Prime and sign up with Prime Video. They have a lot of TV shows that you can watch. I mean, you can binge watch TV shows. If you have a favorite show that you haven't seen in a long time, go ahead and search for it on Prime. When you find it, you can watch it one episode at a time, over and over. Continue to watch the same one if you want to just catch whatever it is you're looking for. And then you can just watch the whole season, one after another. There's no commercials. You can watch the whole TV show. And that's what I do sometimes. You can watch TV shows, you can watch movies, good movies that you like. And you can also watch the Prime Video original movies. Yes, they make those just for people like you and me. Prime watchers. Yes, they make them for Prime watchers. And you know what? I just noticed that there's a new show, and it's called, what is it called? It is called American Soul. This TV show is like something I've been waiting for. Oh, I'm so excited. Just one moment. I'm so excited about this TV show. It's about, excuse me, it's about a young Don Cornelius. Right. It's the backstory of the dancers and some of the musicians that played, the groups that came to sing on what is it called? Soul Train. That was like the thing that all teenagers did. Whenever Soul Train would come on, teenagers back in the 70s would be watching. We watched for the latest dances and the new songs, the hit songs that were out. And we would, get up there and dance with them on the show. We would dance in front of our television shows, learning the new dances. I remember I could do just about all the dances that were out until the electric, whatever that was. I can't remember what it was. Pop locking. I could even pop lock. But when they started doing it a different way, I think I was a little older and I kind of got out of dancing. I think a lot of people, you're a very good dancer, and if you don't use it, you lose it. So at a certain age, you're not dancing like you used to. You might be able to still get up there and keep up with the beat, but some of those dances you used to do, you may not be able to do them unless you continue to practice. So I'm going to be watching American Soul. I'm going to binge watch that. I'm going to watch the next one, then the next one, then the next one. I'm so excited about knowing about Soul Train. I always wanted to go on that show and dance. And I had a friend whose cousin went to go dance on Soul Train. She said that she stood out in the line for so long, she gave up and went home. So it was only for people who truly, truly wanted to dance and be on Soul Train. You're going to continue to stick it out when it's something that you really want to do. And she told us, she said, they feed them Kentucky Fried Chicken. They get to eat while they're there. I mean, they're there for so long, they feed them. And they even have clothes that they can change into. Certain dancers could change into different clothes or whatever. And I thought that was so fascinating. But I didn't think I was such a great dancer that I would even be chosen to dance on Soul Train. I should have tried. I shouldn't doubt myself. You shouldn't doubt yourself. Whatever it is, whatever it is that you want to do, it might be possible. Give it a try. At least you tried. And then if you really want to do it, keep trying. There was an article in a magazine. It's years ago that I read this. There was a lady who was in her 60s. She was like 62 or 63. And her grandson somehow got pinned under a car somehow. And he couldn't get out from under there. And this lady, she picked the car up enough for the child to get out. Oh my gosh. I mean, when something excites you, you're upset, and all these things get together, your adrenaline starts to rush in your body, and you become the Incredible Hulk. Yes, you do. For a few seconds, you are so strong. And, you know, they say in this article that a few men came over to her house to see if they could lift the car, and they couldn't. It took like 6 men to lift it, and she did it all by herself. So in the article, it said that she wouldn't give any interviews to anyone. She would not talk to the news. She wouldn't talk to anyone about what happened. So this one guy came from where I read the article. I don't remember what magazine it was though, but he came from another state. He flew down to talk to the lady, and he knocked on the door, and he asked, I'm from this paper, whatever it was, and I'd like to talk to you about what happened. She said, I don't give interviews about that. I do not want to talk about it. And he said, the reason I came is to find out why you don't want to talk about it. And he explained to her where he came from. And she told him, well, since you've come all this way, come on in. She offered him a drink, and they sat there and they drank lemonade or whatever it was. I don't know. And so then he said, well, why is it you don't want to talk about it? And she began to explain why. And she told him, you know what? All these years I've been wanting to do things, but I didn't try because I didn't think I could do it. And she said, now that I did that all by myself, oh, I feel so bad. And I could have done a lot of those other things that I didn't think I could do, but I didn't give it a chance. And so she felt bad. That's why she didn't want to give an interview. But anyway, he asked her, well, what is it you really like? And she said she likes rocks. And he said, well, why don't you go to school and learn more about rocks? And she said, well, I'm too old to go to school now. But he said, but what are you going to be doing 5 years from now? And she thought about it. So she decided to go back to school. She went to college. She learned about rocks, and she became a professor there. They let her teach a class on rocks. Isn't that wonderful? She got to do something that she really wanted to do. But she didn't think she could do it because she thought she was too old now. So whatever age you are, whatever it is you want to do, anything, give it a try. But first of all, you've got to have the physical stamina. And if that's something you need to work on, you got to work on that. Whatever it is you want to do, work on it and do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. So, Rosie Perez was a dancer on Soul Train. And now she's a powerful executive in Hollywood. She's done over like 56 movies. She either acting or directing, or she's got some part of these movies. She did like 56. She was in one of my favorite movies, White Men Can't Jump. Rosie Perez was a co-star in there with Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson. But when I said Wesley Snipes, I'm going to say, he was in Coming to America. Wesley Snipes, I liked his character in there. He's good at that. Well, I can't say that I saw a movie that Wesley Snipes was in that I didn't like. But Rosie Perez was a dancer on Soul Train, and she became a powerful executive in Hollywood. She's doing her own thing. I'm so happy about Rosie Perez. Thank you, Rosie, for the things that you're doing for us. And so, like I said, I'm going to be watching American Soul. There it is right there on the screen. American Soul. And you know where? I'm going to be watching it on Amazon Prime. And that's a great place to be because you need to go over there and look around. You're going to find all the great deals that they have. They have 50% off on some deals. Yes, we all like to save. So go to Prime and save. If you order items, you can order online. Once you order those items before 5 p.m., they will deliver them straight to your door within 5 hours. Yes, depending on availability. They have to have it in order to deliver it to you. So, right now, I'm waiting for Michael B. Jordan in Without Remorse. It's going to be April 30th. It premieres on Prime Video. Don't get it twisted or you're going to miss it. So, Without Remorse, it's about Michael B. Jordan, the character, is out for revenge because they killed his pregnant wife. Oh, they've got him upset. Michael B. Jordan, he is so good. You know this is going to be good. I can't hardly wait for this movie. Oh, I'm waiting again. You know, I waited for Coming to America, which took 30 years. I used to wonder, is he going to make a sequel to that? And he did 30 years later. Who does that? Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy does that. So I'm now waiting for Without Remorse, and I'm going to have a watch party for Without Remorse on April 30th. It's going to be at 8 p.m. So make sure that you're there to watch the premiere, and you can text to me. We can go back and forth texting, whatever it is on your mind as we watch the movie. Yes, it's going to be fun. So make sure you don't miss it. You know, I tell you about the shows that I like because I want you to watch them. But I want you to watch them and you be the judge. You watch them and you be the judge. You know, I like The Equalizer, the one with Queen Latifah. I like the one with Denzel too. It was good. It was good. He did movies that were at the movies. Queen Latifah is redoing this movie, and redoing this TV show. It's called The Equalizer. This is it's so good. I'm recommending that you watch it. But you watch it and you be the judge. You know, you've got to enjoy your life. You have got to stop sitting around, moping around, thinking negatively. You've got to think positive things. You've got to be happy in your life. Yes, you got to do something. Do what you enjoy. But it comes with a warning. If you like something and it convicts you, it makes you feel sad, it makes you feel like you're sinning, don't do that. Find something else to replace it. Do what makes you happy, something you enjoy that you don't feel like you're sinning. Yeah, you know, I like to watch movies. I don't feel like I'm doing anything wrong. So I watch movies and I laugh and I cry on the movies. Yes, I'm a crier, especially on that one movie, Imitations of Life. I don't care how many times I watch that show. When she starts running after her mom, I start to cry. I feel so bad for her. And I know it's a movie, but you know, I also think they take movies from real life. Somebody went through what she was going through in that movie. And that hurts. That hurts. You've got to see Imitations of Life. Imitation of Life. It's an old movie. It was made back in the 40s or something like that, way back. And it's a story about a little girl who looks Caucasian. And you know, back in those days, they treated Black people really mean. I mean, they had signs that say whites only, Blacks only. You could only drink out of a certain water fountain if you're walking down the street, or you could only use certain bathrooms. You know, Black and white people didn't share the same facilities. Yeah, you didn't know that? Well, you better get into history and learn about history because that is in the history books. You can go online, Google it. Google, segregation, okay? So that movie, it brings me to tears every time because the little girl didn't want her mom to be around her. She didn't want people to know that was her mom because her mom looked Black. And that would mean that she's Black too. She has Black in her. But anyway, I don't want to tell you about the movie. It's so good though. This is a very special movie on my list that is not going to be taken off the list. That is one of those movies that stays. Imitation of Life. Take a look at it. Go ahead, you watch it, and you be the judge. You know, I love you so much. I want you to go ahead, look around Amazon. Look around, see what you like. Order something and see how fast it comes. Come back here and give me a comment. You know, leave a comment. Go ahead, ring the bell, share, like, follow, subscribe, and leave a comment. I need you to follow. I need you to subscribe. Go ahead. Hit follow, subscribe, all those things. You know, it's time for our big hug. It's time for our big hug. You know, I'm Marjorie Janvier, and this is MJ's. I love me some me. Oh, I love me some me. So I want you to say that with me. Would you give yourselves a big hug and say, I love me some me? We're going to do it together. Ready? Here we go. I love me some me. Now be positive. Take care of yourself so you can take care of others. Love yourself so much that you take good care of you. How can you help anyone else if you're not taking care of you? You can only half do anything for someone else. You're not going to be there wholeheartedly. You're not going to be there with all the physical strength that you need unless you're exercising, eating right, drinking enough water, getting enough rest so your body can do its best. Do all those things, take care of yourself. And if you think of something else that will help us take care of us, leave a comment. Go ahead, follow, subscribe, like, and leave a comment. I love you so much. But what's most important, is that God loves you. And I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful, blessed day, evening, or night. Hallelujah.